Hello everyone, I am Dr. B. Geeta, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, PSG College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. Now we are discussing the computer. The word, it's a most familiar word. We are living with computer. We can't imagine that without computer we can't lead our normal life. With this importance, we are discussing definition of computer and characteristic. I am Dr. B. Geeta, Assistant Professor of Economics, PSG College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. Now we are discussing computer and its characteristic features. The computer, the word, it's a most familiar word. We can't imagine without computer because it's part and parcel of our life. Every day we are using computer and we are discussing little more about the computer. So, definitions of computer. So many authors gave so many definitions, but all the definition it reveals the same thing, it's an electronic device. A famous definition, it's an electronic device operating under the control of instructions stored in its own memory that can accept data. In technical term, we are referring it's an input, then process the data according to specified instructions and produce the information that is we referred as a output. So, and store the information for future use. The next definition, it's an electronic device which process the data with the help of programs. Yet another definition, computer is an electronic device which accepts the data and instructions from the user, process the data according to the instruction and given the input. All these definition reveals the same thing, it is an electronic device. So, input, process the data based on some instructions or programs and deliver the output, and as well as storage, it is used for storage purpose also. Origin of computer. Since we are familiar with the word computer, a little bit evolutionary stage we must know, that is where the computer has been derived. So, the name derived from Latin word compute, which means calculation. Even computer was introduced for the purpose of calculation. Computer is a calculating device at the time. Now only we are using so many purposes. Then abacus is the first computer used for calculating purpose. So, Chinese people found the computer and then remaining parts join with that process. Every concept has its own characteristics. Even computer also has its own characteristics. First most important characteristics is speed. So, when we compare with manual work, computer performs the work at a fastest rate. So, within a fraction of second it performs and give the results. Based on so many instruction and programs, the result is more accurate one. So, manual work, the chance for some errors and rectification, but a computer it does not have that. The next one is diligence. So, it is a free from monotony. So, normally human beings we are performed, but after some times we feel tired and monotonous, it creates some lethargicness and carelessness, but computer won't do that, it always it performs in the same level. The next feature is versatility. So, it can do multiple jobs at a time. So, any kind of task we are assigning, it performs well. For example, that is it suppose browse the internet, can play the game and prepare a document, everything it performs at a time. Whereas manual work it is not possible. Then power of remembering. So, it has some maximum storage facilities, but normally human beings even we are having that some memory power, but it is not that much thing. So, when we compare with human nature, computer has long storage and it stored all relevant informations, it can retry and we can recollect at any time. So, next one is no IQ, that is intelligent quotient. So, it is a very much drawback of this device. So, it has no intelligent quotient, based on instruction, based on the program only it performs, it has no intelligent quotient. So, it can't take decision, it can't find any error on a data and correct such error, that is rectification process is also we should give some command, based on that only it rectifies, not all alone it can't rectify it. The next feature is no feelings. It's a machine, it will do a task based on certain commands, it has no feeling at all. Storage by default. So, the user data in a computer store is a secondary storage device. We can store any amount of data based on the storage device capacity. That's all regarding the characteristic feature of computer. Now we are seeing parts of computer. So, main three parts are input unit, CPU and output unit. So, from the input unit, CPU has its process, storage and memory unit, and ALU, that is arithmetic memory unit, and then control unit. After this, the output it has been delivered. So, input unit, such example for input units is keyboard, mouse, joystick, light pen are example for input unit. So, user provide all the inputs and based on that only we can use with lot of familiarity. Then CPU, it is a central processing unit, it is a data processing. So, user data will be processed in this unit only. So, it is also called as the brain cum heart of the computer. Then it stores memory unit, the unit stores both input as well as the output of a computer. Then ALU, arithmetic logic unit, it performs all the arithmetical and logical calculation of a computer. Then control unit, so it is responsible for all the operations, control over all the instructions, programs, even output also. Output unit, it is a device from which the user gets the result. Example, monitor, printer, speaker, plotter and all. It is a flow chart of parts of a computer. Input, from the input CPU, so it has three components, control unit, ALU and register, then RAM, that is random access memory, and storage, and then give output unit. So, in a memory part, it has two dimension or two classification. It is a main memory and secondary memory. Main memory, it works very fast, it is a costly, storage capacity is less. Example is RAM and ROM. Secondary memory, it's a comparatively slow, it's a cheap, storage capacity is high. Example, disk, tapes and drums. Even though we are very familiar with the computer, today we are learning some more concepts regarding computer, that is origin of computer, characteristic features of computer and parts of computer. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you.